there, guys and girls. I just thought I'd do a video on talismans because it's become apparent again from a video I saw on MK Casual's channel. Really great tip on how to make your talisman really awesome. So the way we've been playing the game is we've been looking for the best legendary one. Oh, that one's got 8 charges. Oh, it does this. That's not how you do it. That was almost like a red herring way of playing. Like, you can find it like that and it won't cost you anything, right? It won't cost you any resources or any crowns or anything, right? You just get it. So it's decent that you just get it and you can use it. It'll get you through invasions or whatever. But once you've done invasions and you're doing what I'm doing, which is grinding the seasonal tower now, which gets harder and harder, you can make a talisman that's so amazing that you just own over and over again. And yeah, that's what this video is about. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put I'm going to make the video, yeah, I'll make the video full size. You guys can still hear me, right? Now the way you do this is I'll show you. I'm going to start with what I've got. I'm going to show you what I've got. Okay. Just to give you an idea of what I'm doing at the moment. So at the moment, I'm just grinding for all the dragon crystals in the game before they patch us out next update, which I reckon they're going to do. I don't know that for sure, but I just got a feeling. Because you watch how much XP I get for this win. Okay. So this is the seasonal tower. I'm at level, what was it, 62, I think it was. You watch. It's quite a hard tower. Like, sometimes I even lose. He gets a critical hit on me. But look at my Warhorn talisman in the bottom left corner. It has 8 charges. All I have to do is unleash it. Right? And as you can see, the computer's getting owned by it, right? I'm going to do it again. Right? Let's see if we can get a brutality as well. Come close, right as they're about to die. Oh, I missed it. Yeah. If you hit him with the uppercut right in that slow motion window, you can get a brutality as well. But as you can see, I won that fight, no problem. No worries. You know, it was almost even a flawless. But look how much XP I got. That's because of the invasions level I'm on. But that was an easy 5,808 XP for my main fighter. 1,452 for the profile and 1,549 for cameo. And basically, the way you do this, I'll show you how this get out of this. Let me fix the sound too. The sound's a bit low. Alright, so the way we do this, we're going to return to the map. And like I said, the way we were doing it, everyone was doing it, was they were looking for the best legendary one. Now the fundamental problem with this is that legendary talismans cannot be upgraded. As you know, when you go to upgrade a talisman, like I say, I want to upgrade this one, right? See? It blocks me and it says down the bottom in there red, cannot upgrade legendary talismans. Same with this one, cannot upgrade it. This is the one I built. It's now reached a level that can't go any higher. It's maxed out. And the way I did this was, if we go to Mesa Select, I'm going to go to Shing Tsung's lab. Because I believe one of the shops has it in here. Let me just see if I'm correct. Okay, there it is. Okay, so basically you're buying Warhorn here for 2,500 crowns, right? And there's nothing special about it. It's got 1 charge. It's got no bonuses, right? It's an empty slate, basically. But that's what you want to buy. You buy that. And then once you got that, you go to the Sundow shop. Sundow Festival. And you go to this shop. And it's all about this shop. This shop has the best stuff, okay? Now, this item, you can only buy it one time. And it takes an hour to come back, like a little hour in our time. So you buy this. As you can see, I can't buy more than one. Okay, And that adds a charge to a talisman. So a charge is obviously how many times you can use it in the battle, right? You then buy this one, Dragon Ember, which makes talisman projectiles unblockable, right? You buy these, allow a talisman to regain charges faster, and improve a talisman's damage. And what you basically do is the first time you forge, you want to use all of these items, right? You only need to do this one the first time you forge it. That just adds the projectiles are unblockable. So you just add that the first time, and then it's in, right? Then the rest of the times, you're just basically going to be using these three. You're going to be adding a charge, increasing the damage, and increasing the time that it recharges. You can also go to this shop, and there is a bug at the moment in the game. You can't fast travel to this shop. You have to... It's next to the Nightara boss battle. You have to go there. So I just leave it there, and it remembers when I go back to the Mesa. But you can also get this one, Plasma Orb, which adds an additional projectile to the talisman. I believe that adds how much more stuff is on the screen with the Warhorn, how many like spears and arrows and guys come running across. So I basically add one of them in as well. And then once you've got all that, and what I do is every time I forge it with one charge, and then the damage, and then the fast charging, and then maybe the Plasma Orb. And obviously, when you... And I'm just going to use this as an example. This Dragon Blood, I think I had about 50 of these. So, on the right there, you've got a power bar. And as you forge a talisman, it goes up, that power bar, right? Let me just see if I can push it up to show you what I mean. I can't. It didn't go up. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. No, it didn't. Right. Anyway, see the power bar on the right there. As the talisman gets better and better, that goes up. And it basically goes up from... yeah, see that status bar? Chances of success, guaranteed. So that means it's always going to work, right? If the power bar's low. As you add more and more, better things to it, the power bar shoots up. The way to get the power bar to come down is to put as much of this Dragon Blood in as you can. And basically what I would do is every time I forged it, I would make sure that was on guaranteed. I used all my Dragon Blood to make sure every time I did a forge, it added the charge, it added the damage, it added the fast recovery. Do you know what I mean? And it was always guaranteed. So I never lost those items, because remember, if it fails, you don't get the items back. They disappear, which means you'd have to wait another hour. You have to come back to the shop. Do you know what I mean? So I made sure it was always guaranteed. And then I just kept doing it. It took probably about 4 or 5 hours. Obviously, because you got to come back every hour, and there's 8 charges on this talisman. So again, you got a talisman with plus 6 max charges. So I started with 1. I added 5. That was 5 hours of waiting and buying that Jinsei essence. Plus 9 charges per recharge. So that means every time I win, it doesn't just recharge it once. It recharges it 9 times. Which means I can use this in a fight 9 times. And as long as I win, in theory, the next fight I should come to, it should be recharged. Sometimes it doesn't charge. It's weird. I don't know why. But most of the time it does. And you're only going to use it like 2 or 3 times per battle. Maybe 4 times. The damage, 150 damage. It started at, I think, 20% when I first started adding the damage. So I just kept adding those amulets to get the damage up. And 150 is quite good. You saw how good it was at the start of this video. The extra projectiles, again, that's, how much crap is on screen, I'm pretty sure. And the unblockable projectiles is that Dragon Ember that I used the first time. So this is a really good talisman. It's better than the one I had. Basically, if you compare it to something like this, which sure, this is good, right? It does 3,000 damage, and I can use it plus 15 times, which means it's got 19 charges. But it doesn't recharge super fast, which means you'll run this one out real quick. And same with this one. It's great, but you run it out quick because it doesn't have the recharge on it, see? It just has charges 5 of 9. you know. But this one, I can keep using it constantly because of the +9 charges per recharge. And that, my friends, is how you make the ultimate talisman. Sundo Festival, the two most important items are the Jinsei Essence, which adds to your charge, and this purple amulet here, the Edenian Charm. You know, those three are what the key to the best talisman is, basically. And every time you forge, also make sure you check that it doesn't go up to legendary too quickly. You want it to have all of the things that I had before it hits legendary. And I made sure, like I said earlier, that every time I added a charge, I added the other things with it. Don't just add a charge, then a charge, then a charge separately. I make sure to do a full forge, you know, with the damage with it, with the speed recovery and the charge. So you don't push it up too fast. It means every time it takes a step up, it steps up in damage and speed as well, not just in how many times you can use it. But yeah, that's basically it. And do I need to add anything else to this? There is a really good tip. If you need also, this saves you going back to the fire temple to recharge, because you only have to win one fight and you get 9 charges. Because a lot of people are saying do that. I'm trying to think of anything out. Yeah, so like once it reaches legendary, you can't do anything with it. But like I was also told, other things you can do too. Other things you can. See, the thing I like about Windbreaker, right? It does great damage, but I don't like the way they can stand on the edge of the fart cloud and just, they get hit by it, like, they get repelled by it, but it doesn't do them damage. They have to be in the fart cloud to be damaged. I think that sucks. But a guy last night told me that he did the same trick with the talisman, but he didn't do Warhorny. He did Windbreaker, and one of the effects that he added was... if you go to Sundo again, I think Sundo had it. Let's have a look. He added to Windbreaker that one, Aura Lens. Make talisman's projectiles bigger. So this makes the fart clouds larger and harder to avoid. And you can also add things like this to make them faster, so they move quicker or come out quicker. You make them slower, you know, depending on what you want to do. So just have a look at all these components in the shops and decide how you want to craft your talisman. But basically what I'd recommend, I'm not sure how they're going to patch this thing next season. I'm really curious about it now, actually. But I'd recommend going through invasions, and then once you're through invasions, you make your ultimate talisman after, because then you can just teleport to all the stores and get all the parts you need to do that. I don't know if the seasonal tower is going to be patched out. I assume it will be. This XP grind, whoops. Because this is really handy at the moment, because I'm just maxing out characters and getting all the dragon crystals out of the game before they lock it off, you know. And having a talisman like this can get you through like any of the towers, like daily towers, whatever. So at the moment, look, I'm not even a good Mortal Kombat player, and I'm on level 64. There's no way I could have got this high without this talisman. There's no chance, you know. And yeah, so I'll show it to you one more time, as you can see. You watch what I can do with this thing. I can even spam it, dude. Like, where it's real, like, you know, Warhorn's already good, but I can use it twice. Let's say I want to use it twice in this guy. I can go 1 and 2, right? And double projectiles will come, look. And he's got no chance. And he's got health recovery right now. You know? So, you know what I mean? He's got no hope. So I've used it 4 times, right? 4 times. I won that match easy. Flawless victory. And for that flawless victory and for that win, straight from 31 to 32, just like that. Look how much XP that was. That was 11,616. And, you know, I could have done a fatality and easily added a bit more onto that, but I just, you know, for purposes of this video, I just uppercutted him. But, so I used that 4 times, right? So I go to the next fight, right? And this is where the faster recharging happens. You might not have seen it, like, went right when I won the last match, but it recharged. Oh, sorry, no, it didn't recharge. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, that's the glitch I'm talking about, where it doesn't fast recharge sometimes. I'm wondering if it's the amount of times you use it. If you use it too much in a match, it has trouble recharging or something. I'm not sure about that. So I'm just going to use it once here, once per round. You generally only need it once per round. So I've got 2 goes left with it. Alright. Oh, well, that was a brutality. Come on. Anyway, there, it recharged. If you looked in the bottom left when I won that time it didn't recharge. So I'm not sure why. Sometimes it doesn't and sometimes it does, but I'm telling you, most of the time it just does. But I generally just try and use it once per round, and it usually recharges for me. So let's have a look. I'll just prove it next fight that it's recharged. You can see there, it's full. And that's recharged at 9 times. So when it recharges at 9 times. Boom. I didn't even use it at all that round. There you go. That first Kenshi fight's really hard though. Like, sometimes he just hits you once and you instantly die. So generally the first fight of the seasonal tower, whatever level you're on, is like super hard or armored or something. But yeah, like after the first or second fight, they get pretty easy. There you go. So that was for level 33. So I only have 2 more levels and he'll be maxed out. Like, that's it. Anyway, again, shout out to MK Casual on YouTube for this tip. I saw his video, and yeah, I'm just spreading the word. So yeah, check him out, give him a sub, and yeah, let's keep it going with the MK1 tips, because you know, obviously we want to get those dragon crystals as quick as I can. You got to get on this, guys. I mean, I know it takes ages to get to the seasonal tower. Get on this as quick as you can and get your dragon crystals as quick as you can, because I reckon they're going to nerf this, and then you're going to be forever grinding to get those 100 dragon crystals per character at level 20 and 31. And right now you can just smash through it and get like 4,600 dragon crystals like that, you know, basically maybe for a week of grinding or something, you know. So yeah, cool. Anyway, thanks guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.